All right, ready to geek out with me today? We're going to dive into some rare records, some forgotten CDs, the thrill of the hunt, really.
Yeah, it's like opening a time capsule almost. Every album, like frozen in time.
That's it. And we've got a YouTube video lined up. This collector, they're showing off their whole year's worth of finds. I'm telling you, you're going to want some of these. Right away, we've got this rare French pressing Manny Lopez and his orchestra 7-inch single from the 60s.
See, for serious collectors, scarcity, it's not just about, showing off that French pressing. It's like a little piece of history, right?
Yeah.
Like something you'd find in a museum.
It makes you think about the stories behind them for sure. And speaking of stories, this next one's a trip. We're talking a CD, Bahati, the Wonder That Is India. The video shows these glimpses, like these colorful costumes, tons of musicians. You can just tell there's this Bollywood vibe.
It shows how music, it's not just like standalone. It's connected to other art forms. It's a whole experience.
Oh, totally. And, keeping with the global theme here, next up is South Africa, this rare CD, Sights and Sounds Out of Africa. You've got Ladysmith Black Mambazo, the Soweto Gospel Choir, the Greats.
This is what I'm talking about. Collectors, they become curators, you know. They're preserving something important.
Like holding a piece of history.
Yeah.
But, hey, it can't all be big names, right? This collection, it's got some curveballs, too. There's this 7-inch single, Kilapayan and Amanda Oiga. Might not know them right off the bat.
But get this, their sound, it kind of evolved into Amanda Orga. That's on the Cune 5 LP. We're seeing musical evolution right here.
Isn't that wild? And just when you think it can't get any more global, bam! Cambodian CD, Angry for Love, Shinsesamelth and Rasirasithia.
Proof that music, it's a universal language, right? All those emotions, they come through.
No kidding, this collection's got it all. Upbeat stuff, soulful stuff.
A real mix. Shows you the collector's got, wide-ranging taste.
Speaking of which, I love a good alternative cover. This collection's got a gem. Gloria Gaynor 7-inch, but the cover? Something else.
Oh yeah, alternative covers, those are like the hidden treasures for collectors.
Right. This one, it's almost too simple, Makes you wonder, was this official? Limited edition, some artist going rogue, it's a mystery.
That's the thing. These variations, they can make a record suddenly worth a fortune, spark all these debates.
Right. It's crazy. One little change to the cover, and suddenly everyone's talking.
Yeah.
Shows you how much these collectors, they pay attention.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not just the visuals, right? It's everything. The pressing plant, the year, even little details on the label. Every little thing tells a story.
It's like detective work, musical detective work.
Speaking of clues, this collection, there's a definite French vibe going on.
No doubt. So many French artists. We've got Andy Emm into the new Style Quartet, their jazz vinyl, super rare. And the Backdoor Blue CD, It's About Time. Love that title. Oh, and a 7-inch from a band called, get this, Liverpool, from Krantz.
Gotta love it. Dango and Samanova, the names alone, pure French cool. Makes you wonder, Rick, does this collector, do they have a thing for France? Maybe they live there? These little mysteries, they're part of the fun.
Like putting a puzzle together. And speaking of unexpected, check this out. 1957, Freddie King, 7-inch. Now, before you picture Texas blues, this Freddie King, Austrian singer, actor, dude was mixing German Schlager with rock and roll, even surf rock.
See, that's what's cool about music. Crosses all those borders, takes bits and pieces from everywhere. That record's a perfect example.
Makes you wonder what other combos are out there,
right?
Like French and heavy metal.
Well, guess what? We got Dorian Gray. They're a duo, singing French, but they're rock and metal. This album, their debut, self-titled, really shows off what they can do.
That's going on my list for sure.
Okay.
Okay, but this next one, little heavier. It's a record, just called Atomic War, 1978.
That's a time capsule if I ever heard one. Back then, the Cold War, all that tension. Music, it reflects what's going on, The good, the bad, the scary stuff, too.
It's true. One record can take you right back to that moment in history. But hey, not everything has to be so serious, right? Sometimes you just got to dance. And this next one, perfect for that. The French band Liverpool, again, they've got this funk, soul, Latin mix, so infectious.
Dango and Samba Nova, man, you can't not move to those.
Pure energy. But hold on, more French music coming your way. We've got the NS, they did this EP themselves, Chronicles.
Love to see it. The DIY spirit, alive and well. They're mixing rap, G-funk, hip-hop. It's like familiar, but also something totally new.
It's inspiring. These artists, they're in control, doing their own thing, putting it out there. But then again, not every musical journey is like this big, energetic thing. Sometimes you need that quiet moment.
Right, you gotta have balance. And this collection, it's got that covered. Check out this EP, Australian classical pianist E. Joyce. Beautiful stuff. Rachmaninoff, Grieg, Mozart.
from French metal to classical piano. Man, this collection's got it all, like a musical buffet, you know what I mean? There's something for everybody here. You really see how much music it can express.
You do. And the collector, they get that. They're not limiting themselves. It's all about experiencing these different genres, different artists. It's more than just a bunch of records. It's curated.
It really makes you wonder how they even decide what to put in this collection. You know, what's the thought process?
That's the cool thing about collecting, though, right? It's personal. You express yourself through these objects. Each one has a meaning, tells a story.
And some of these stories go way back. Speaking of, this collection, it's got this 7-inch vinyl, the Zombies, 1969, time of the season, that whole psychedelic vibe.
And get this, the collector, they point out the cover art. It's French, totally unique.
It's crazy, right? One little difference on the cover and boom, it's like a whole new level of special.
For sure. Those variations, they're like a window into different cultures, different times. Collectors eat that stuff up.
Like holding on to a little piece of history. Speaking of which, remember that French EP, Paul de Udin? We talked about it earlier.
Oh, yeah, the one with the Paul Durand Orchestra. La Fête à l'amour, their Eurovision song, way back in '57.
Wild, right? A song contest from almost 70 years ago? And people still get a kick out of it. Makes you think, what about the stuff we're listening to now? What'll last?
That's the question, isn't it? One for the ages. But hey, that's what this whole deep dive, it reminds us, music, it brings people together across time, across the world. This collection, all those different sounds, different artists, it's proof.
Man, what a ride, huh? All these genres, different eras, continents even, and it all started with this one collector, their passion.
Makes you want to go dig through your own stuff, doesn't it? See what's hiding in the attic, the basement. Who knows what you'll find?
That's the spirit. Never know what gems are out there waiting. Thanks for geeking out with us on this one, everyone. Until next time.
More videos soon. Keep in touch.